All right, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Polo Sports Talking ENT and Polo Sports News Plus coming at y'all with another one. Hit that like and hit that sub. Also, hit them notifications too, so that you'll be able to get my lives and my videos, all of that. And got some news coming out of coming out of Dallas right now. This is actually supposed to be uh, good news instead of bad news. And I'm gonna fix. If y'all give me just a second, hold on one second. Give me a second. Okay, hey, I apologize about that, y'all. I had to fix something real quick. I had a little a spelling error on that. I hope y'all doing all right this morning. We had a great time yesterday on the live. I appreciate everybody that pulled up yesterday to Polo Sports Talk and ENT and also Polo Sports News Plus. And we have some good news coming out of Dallas. News concerning Dirk Nowitzki as he is hired as the special advisor for the Dallas Mavericks organization. He's rejoining, according to ESPN, and Dallas Mavericks Dallas Mavericks legend Dirk Nowitzki has rejoined the franchise as a special advisor who will assist in the hiring process of a new general manager and coach and consult on other front office decisions the team had announced on this was on Friday yesterday. Uh, Quote: Mark Cuban approached me about a role as special advisor, and I am happy to support my man. Nowitzki said in a statement. Donnie Nelson and Rick Carlisle were both mentors and played huge roles in my career and the success of this franchise, and I'm going to miss them. It is important for me now to join Mark and contribute as much as I can as we move forward. Now, look, I know some people may actually kind of disagree with this, but then again, you have a lot of people that like this. Me personally, uh, I think it's worth a shot, being that Dirk was a he was that main guy. He was that superstar for his whole entire career in Dallas. He was with Dallas through thick and thin. Um, I feel that going forward, he could put a lot of his insight that'll be valuable to that organization, because let's just call it what it is. Dallas is really itching for a championship right now. They've been close, but time and time again, you know, they've come up short, and they haven't been back. to that search of a title since the 2000 and since the 2000 and since the early I think 2011 season. So we gotta look at this and and really hope that there's gonna be. I apologize, y'all. I'm driving too. We gotta hope that there's gonna be some sort of light at the end of the tunnel for Dallas, and I think that this is what Luca probably was looking for. He has somebody that is a foreigner in the front office. Dirk Nowitzki, he was a foreigner. The uh, individual, and Luca and him, they probably can relate to a lot of things. And also, at the same token, Dirk to me is he's went through his growing pains. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, he's been a humble guy. And see, with Luca, I think he could learn a lot from Dirk. I'm not saying that Dirk was a way better player than Luca, but I mean he had the title and he was with the organization for many years and he stuck with them through thick and thin. I mean he was with them for 20, you know, I think at least 20 seasons if I'm not mistaken. But pretty much he played his whole entire career there, and he gave 110% every time he played. So Dirk Nowitzki has that right to, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up with this Oscar? I see you in here. Um, he has every right to flex his muscle in the organization. Now the next step is going to be hiring a coach. Now I'm anxious to see what direction they're going to go. You know, there's a lot of coaches out here that I feel are more than qualified to take that position because Rick Carlisle was a coach for the Mavs for 13 seasons. Okay, that's a long time. A lot of people don't look nowadays. Coaches will be there. I mean, they fired Stan Van Gundy after 1 year, but Rick Carlisle was there for 13 seasons. He pretty much was there for over a little over a decade. So I'm thinking maybe they'll go in the route of probably. I wouldn't be surprised if Jason Kidd popped up for them. I would hope, in my opinion, I would hope they wouldn't get a guy like Dan Tony because if you do that, man, you're not you're not gonna go anywhere. To me, I feel like there's Lionel Hollins, you got Sam Cassell out there, who I've said numerous times. Uh, you got Wes Unseld Jr., who's with who's with uh, who's with the Nuggets right now. Very underrated as a coach. And then another guy that nobody's really talking about right now, but I think that he deserves another shot too, is Jock Bond. He's an assistant, one of the assistants, in Brooklyn. You know, uh, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got Tony. I would not be surprised. It would really, it would really shock me if they got somebody else like a Jason Kidd because people got to realize that Jason Kidd, he played for the organization. So if they get people that used to play for the organization, in that front office, around that culture, I think that would be great for them. I think that would be really great for them. And this is the opportunity for Dirk to really give a candid be candid with his ideas in terms of what direction that he wants to, the organization to go. Because the Mavs every year, you know, they're, they're in the playoffs, but they want to get back. They want to get back to championship level basketball. Okay, what's up, gone by? All right, welcome to the channel, man. But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think that this is a good move by them having Dirk in the front office, or do you think that they should have went like another route because he's just a special advisor, but a special advisor is real important. It's more important than what people think. Okay, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate the subscription. Shout out to Ganva, uh, Nib Nibbins Ra. I appreciate your subscription, bro. I was looking at, guys like, all of those guys that used to play for the Mavs. I look at like guys like Roy Tarpley, Popeye Jones, um, you know, even Mark Jackson, have their input. I'm talking about when the Mavs organization was at it. They were looked at as just a basketball team. They weren't looked at as a threat or anything. I'm talking about back in the days when they had like Derek Harper. They should get some guys like Derek Harper, put them in the front office. Many of them that I might be mentioning are probably already there. I have to go ahead and do my my full research because I just know about my front office. It's sad, I know, in terms of Philly, but I think this is a good move, man. Dirk, he definitely deserved it. I I thought that he would be working with Luca. I thought that he was mainly going to be working with Luca. In terms of his skills. Working with him over the off season, getting him better, and just working with him overall, his overall game as a player because he definitely still needs to work on a lot of things. Now, Dirk wouldn't be the one to teach him defense or anything like that. That right there, he's going to have to really pull outside of his chest, in terms of his heart, and actually work with somebody else with the defense. But in terms of skills, shooting, and his input, his insights and everything, because Dirk is a champion. You don't want to listen to anybody that's not a champion or doesn't have any type of championship hardware and hasn't done it on the highest level. Let's see. Dirk deserves it and is much appreciated. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't at first. I really didn't like Dirk. I really didn't like him, and then I got to watching him more and more. Then I was like, man, this guy, he's really unbelievable. Now, was his shot selection at times very questionable? Yeah, but he was a winner. One thing that you couldn't deny about Dirk that I respect about Dirk is that he got it out the mud. And not only did he get out the mud, man, he didn't run and go beg for help and get all these different like, and I'm talking about really superstars at the height of their career on this squad. I mean, he had Jason Kidd, who was, he wasn't the Jason Kidd that was once played for the Mavs and New Jersey and all of that, but he was still valuable. Make no mistake about it. He got Sean Marion, who wasn't no scrub at this time, still valuable. I think he had uh, Jason Terry. who was always pretty solid throughout his career and stuff. He didn't, but he never got a person that that was like a super. The only one that he had was Nash, and Nash was just starting to come into his own and everything. Nash was good, but he wasn't the MVP. He wasn't the two-time MVP that he was in Phoenix. But he was still great. I wish they. I always want. excuse me. I always wanted Nash to stay with Nowitzki, but that's neither here nor there. Great dynamic knowledge of the game. Yeah, he is. A lot of people don't understand how hard Dirk used to work. He used to work out with I think it was like a 30-pound vest or something like that, shooting during the summer. A lot of people don't realize like that guy really did put in the work to become great. And yeah, he only had one championship, but hey, he still got a ring. Hey, it will be the only ring and the only trophy that the Mavs can say that they have at this point in time. And he was that main guy. He had great offense. Yeah, he had very great offense. His defense I always constantly I criticize him about, but nevertheless, you know he was he was still a great player, Hall of Famer, no doubt. What's up, Sterling? What you got on this, man?
Yeah, man. Salute to the pen in the chat. I feel like hey man, if Dirk want to do this, not feel, how put obligated or anything like that, then he gets to period because he gets to anything he damn well please in my book because that's their guy. That's their guy. That's their guy that bring them in championships. And but to me, no, to be honest, I don't like Dirk being brought in the salary any supported reputation that Mark has because to me, I feel like Mark is bringing him and try and please the fan base. I feel like that's why he brought Dirk in and to me, hey, um this what Dirk do, then he'll do it because I know Mark gonna listen to him because Mark trusted Dirk. Mm.
Yeah, hey, definitely so. Look, man, Dirk Nowitzki, man, was as much as people might. Hold on one second, sir. Hold on, y'all. I had some issues with my phone. All right, look, this is my thing right here. I don't think it was. I think it was partly that. I think some people were pushing for Dirk to get in that front office somehow, but I think Dirk was trying to wait until he was actually ready because it's not. Listen, it's not like okay, he's just working with Luca and he's doing maybe some training on the side or something like that. But he's actually in a front office where it's a lot more duties because you gotta realize this, Sterling. He's gonna be he's gonna be leading in the process of hiring a new general manager, a new coach and a consultant on other front office decisions. Nigga, those are huge ass decisions, man. That's not like, oh, hey man, just get that dude out the crowd. And no, you actually got to put some thought into it. We got to be like, okay, hey, why would this guy be good for the organization? And they put Dirk, hey, I can't even front. They put him on the hot seat, but I feel like Dirk could actually do it. And plus, he stayed with the Mavs through thick and thin, Sterling. So that says a lot, man. That says a lot, bro. Sterling, did you fall out, brother? Yeah, I think Sterling fell out. Defense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, his offense was solid and everything, but now we gotta talk about him as an actual GM. I mean, not the GM, as an actual special advisor, as an actual person that's being in the office, in the front office that can, you know, uh, that can, bring in that winning mentality again. Salute to you, Hitman. I see you in the building, brother. He is the type. He's a type A winner with a winner mentality. You could compare to who's more than qualified than Dirk to say anything. And plus, he was with the Mavs organization for many years. All right, you said, Polo, I got to go back to work. I hit the light and left the live. No, it's all right. It's cool. Hey, Hitman, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. So I want to know what you think, Hitman. I definitely want to get your. Hey, we've been talking. Hey, you've been talking about Dallas for some time. I'm breaking up a little bit. Hey, put one in there if you can hear me because I'm driving right now. I'm headed to Central Texas, man. Put one in there if y'all can hear me. If y'all can't hear me, I'm gonna just go ahead and shut it down right now. Okay, so you can't hear me. Okay, all right, that's great. Look, hey, all right, cool. Look, hey, Hitman, I definitely, hey, what you think about this, man? I knew, hey, they're not wasting no time. Yeah, they're not wasting no time. Yeah, around that area. Hey, what's up, Octavius? I see you in the building. We got Funky Town and we got Dallas in the building, man. I see y'all representing for real. All right, what's up, Sterling?
My
I know
bad,
you
man.
back.
YouTube, yeah, bro. I feel YouTube tripping. So,
You you said YouTube.
yeah, they tripping. Yeah, what you said again?
You said what, bro?
I said what you said again? Again about the move they make.
Yeah, well, he's more than qualified to flex his muscle there because he was the only one that that brought a title to Dallas, and then also what a lot of people don't realize, like, oh, that's what I was saying, telling you, Sterling, is that okay? This isn't a special advisor. Yeah, while it's not a general manager or it's not any other position, man, a special advisor is actually important because he's assisting in finding a new general manager, a new coach, and a new consultant in the front office for duty. Hey, those are huge decisions right there, and they rest on the fate of Dirk. So he put under a lot of pressure. So what I'm saying is that this job is going to be even more challenging than he was as a player. Some people they look at the front office job as, oh man, that ain't nothing. They just sitting back relaxing. No, not like that. It's more stress than what you think it is, because actually that's why, like, a lot of the guys that be doing, like with Doc Rivers, and he was taking two hats and stuff, and Stan Van Gundy wearing two hats. Man, them motherfuckers were stressed out like a motherfucker. That's why they couldn't do both.
Mhm.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That's that's why they couldn't do both. But I think he'll be able to do it. It's gonna be a learning curve, just like with anything else. But if anybody could do it, I feel like Dirk can, because one thing that you cannot say is Dirk didn't run from any type of challenge. He stuck with that Mavs organization when they were actually pretty much you know they were at the bottom of the barrel at one point.
Mhm. Um, to to me, I feel like it's to me it's like it's so irrelevant. The coach so irrelevant right now. It's like it's all about the GM because the roster blows because all the trades they made, was was be was stink, because to me it's like give Lucas some good rosters and Mosley and it's done. And and I feel like it doesn't matter who they as a GM or coaching staff or whatever that to make Luca happy. If they can't upgrade the roster as well, no, like some of these people are gonna be on Twitter or Instagram or somewhere else a podcast. They're gonna slandering Luca's name, calling him difficult D. But with all those decisions on are Cuban, so the Mav organization is in complete shambles right now because to me, the first thing I would do, to get rid of, powerballs, and make it clear for everyone because it's a huge red, it's a huge red flag for any potential GM, coach, or player that will be part of the Dallas Mavericks. And they did that, and to me, that was upgrade the roster. If they got Dirk, so Dirk move is to me now they got Dirk. To me, Dirk need to upgrade the roster.
Well, this is my thing right here, uh, Sterling. Look, it's either put up or shut up right now for Luca. Okay. Yes, I know that he's young. I know that he got, but right now, I'm just gonna call it what it is. And me and Hitman actually talked about this, young. It's not the problem. Donnie Nelson wasn't the Donnie Nelson wasn't the fucking problem. The Rick Carlisle wasn't even to some degree. Now there was some little tiny things that he could have did differently in that series, but for the most part, he wasn't messing up like some of these, like motherfucking Doc Rivers, my motherfucking coach. Listen, Luca was the Achilles heel. Luca was the fucking problem. That's the reason why Kristaps Porzingis and some of these other guys, you look on their faces, they really don't want to play with Luca. Motherfucker, you had you had you had the Clippers up 2-0. They got you Richardson, they got you Finney Smith, they got you Kleber. You still have Boban. You got Kristaps. Okay, yeah, was Kristaps playing a little soft? Yeah, but that's only because you sit up there and you're not getting him involved like you're supposed to. And then you fussing at everybody. You get mad. You crying, acting like a little baby when things don't go your way. But you sitting there all joyous, happy. You know that little stupid little dance that he gave. Because I like Luca. I'm gonna get on his ass. So no homo or pause.
Mm.
Uh, you know that little stupid little dance he be doing, Sterling and shit like that when things is going on good. The European shimmies or some bullshit he be doing. Man, but then when things are all, you want to sit there and get mad and pout and shit like that. No, motherfucker, that's on you. You were the one that, first off, you sit up there, you dribbling the fucking ball 90 fucking times like goddamn James Harden and shit. Then you want to dribble it some more when you get past half court. When you got a two-time champion in Jalen Brunson that can get you buckets, that can get to the line, and also can facilitate it just as good as you can.
Mm.
So I don't want to hear, man, Young. I don't want to hear from nobody. Oh well, yeah, Luka's a superstar, man. He's supposed to march up in that motherfucker and do that. No, that's because that motherfucker LeBron got in his motherfucking ear, like Luda Ryder and Jacob Jennings said, and told him how to do all this snaky shit and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? In order to flex his muscle and stuff. No, get it out the mud like you're supposed to. Dirk is the one that got it out the mud. They put the pieces around him, and he did everything that he could, and then they won. They put the pieces around you. You have enough pieces on that team to get it done. Y'all had the Clippers up 2-0 with Kawhi and Paul George playing. So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense from Luca. If he can't get it done, look at Trey Young. Okay, yeah, he had problems with Collins, but Trey Young, for as young as he is, he's not making no fucking excuses, and he loves hostile situations, and he's a better closer than you right now, Luca. Let's just call it what it is. Trey Young is as a young guy, him and Ja Morant are the best closers right now at their young age. So I don't want to hear no more excuses, man. He don't have no more excuses, Young. If he don't get it done within the next 1 to 2 years, the problem is Luca.
Hmm. Most definitely. I know. I just want. That's thing. The problem with it's like it's the math is shambles. It's like a shambles. So. And and But yeah, how you feel about the game yesterday for Philly and Atlanta?
Well, I mean, we got the win, but I'm more happy that Doc actually outcoached Nate McMillan this time. You know why?
Hmm.
Because we got a guy who I've told you about. I've told plenty other people about, and they sweep everything under the rug like always. Oh no, we're not paying attention to him. Tyrese Maxey was a chess move, and he utilized him, and he took over not only on defense. Okay, yeah, he hit the shot on him from about 40 and everything like that, but he's a rookie. He's a fucking rookie, and I told y'all motherfuckers about those guys in Kentucky, Quickly and Maxey, young bull, your age, young, coming out there absolutely on a pressure situation. And the best thing about it, the icing on the cake, young. Guess what?
Hmm.
Guess what the icing on the cake is?
What
When
is
he
it?
got to the line, he was hitting free throws. He wasn't scared. Now I know why you asked me this too. I'm gonna tell you something else. That's the elephant in the room too. You ready for
Hmm.
this?
Yeah.
Ben Simmons got to be
Mm.
scared right now because they're seeing something in Maxi that they don't see in Ben. Maxi can facilitate just as good as you. Maxi, he's not right, quite there yet in terms of his defense, but he's not scared and he got heart for his age. He's not afraid of the moment, and he could shoot way better than you. They are looking at that right now. Plus, when in the fourth quarter, when we needed Joe ass to be there, what do you think? Daryl Morey and all those guys in the front office are saying. They're like, wow, we should have been having him in the whole time. Well, you think I've been telling y'all? Y'all got mad at Maxey because he hit a wall earlier in the season, and now he got that reputation like Rondo, like playoff Rondo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Shoot, up in there like man, hitting 39 and shit. You know, but no, that's neither here nor there. Young, that's what I'm thinking. That's what's on my mind. That's they gonna have to make a change.
They could have because they should have been. That's what I said. They should have got Ben. They should have got they should have got James Harden over Ben Simmons. He could
Oh
have
no,
traded. They could have.
man.
No. That's
Nah,
the biggest
man.
mistake they ever did. That's the biggest mistake your team did. Y'all should have got James Harden. You know that
uh,
Ben?
I think the reason why I don't know. Y'all probably was cool with that, man, but James Harden, man, we just would have had to see how he would have acted because I think that they were afraid to kind of press on it because of everything that was going on and then plus I don't even know his relationship with Daryl Morey and everything. So, but yeah, a lot of people was saying that young, but I I don't know. I think we were good with. I think I wanted to keep. Okay, we got Thibault right,
Yeah.
but Richardson was decent too. We had good defensive guys, but Thibault was on like for his age, man. That guy right there, man, he's something else. So it was a kind of a move. They wanted to make sure that they had at least like two or three different three or D guys. Tobias Harris. Everybody looks at it just as offense. Tobias Harris can play defense too.
Yeah.
But I wasn't impressed though, because we only at one point, Leon, we were only shooting 39% from the field. That's horrible, and we were still in it though.
Well, for me, for Ben, seems like he's being selfish. Because he doesn't want to shoot. Realize that in order to win, he has to shoot. While for Ben, he's holding his team back like, for not shooting. That's what affected him. I feel like James Harden can be that very fit because he can give Embiid, Tobias, and Seth Curry more looks and passes. And
Mhm.
he can shoot, and James can shoot it.
Right.
Unlike Ben, Ben's not that type of guy. So but but people say, oh, he does in the end. But I'm like, okay, he doesn't try when he shoots. That's the problem. You can't tell that man to shoot, and he plays like in. I do this every year when people like you or some people say Benson, I say I knew because I've been through this every year with this man. He plays like trash in the postseason. Attributably makes the play trivially make very tough for us, tough for fulfilling. Then forget about next year. Then send him to the All Star game for being the glorified player. And 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 to me, he doesn't have that drive. To me, he doesn't have that drive. He didn't to me, he's like he's not a he don't care type person. He's like, man, I'm just gonna get here, get my points, get my triple doubles, play defense and
Stealing money, man. Stealing
right,
fucking money.
right. Like that. That's the type of person he is.
Hmm.
And to me, he doesn't attack because when you're 6'11" and bigger than most people, in the Hawks are stronger than him. Like he's 6'11". You're taller. You're almost taller than guys like Clint Capella and guys. Just attack the rim. Mm,
Right.
mm,
Yeah. Well, you see, young man, I said it like this, man. Nobody's gonna make. Yeah, you can work. It's like what I was talking about. I think I was telling. I told Texas T this yesterday. Salute to you, South Political. I'm gonna let you get it in a second.
What's going on? Are you good?
Um, Listen, I was telling Texas T yesterday because he pulled up yesterday. Shout out to Texas T, and I was telling him, man, you could invest 2.5 million into your body. Like I'm talking about LeBron, but you can't invest 2.5 million into father time, nigga. You could and this is what I'm saying. You can invest 2.5 million into getting a shooting coach. But nigga, you can't invest 2.5 million into uh, being able to handle a pressure situation, or 2.5 million into heart or passion. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody can put a gun to your head and make you say,
I
"Hey,
get
I
what
want to, I want to get better and stuff." He's
I,
working.
I
He's
think I know
doing
what
his
you're
best.
trying to say.
He's
He's saying
working.
you can't bet. It's not a certain amount of money you could put um into real game situations. No, ain't no money
Right,
you could pay for some when you in the game and you got to do something that you ain't accustomed to doing in real game situations.
right. But like, okay, see, okay, you sit up there and you got the best position. You in the best position. You're around a lot of legends. Okay, around a lot of guys that can shoot in that organization. Like I was telling people, people laugh when I say this, but you're around. I mean, get a hold of Hersey Hawkins. You know, get a hold of Jeff Hornacek, who used to once play with the organization. Get a hold of Andrew Toney, even fucking Kyle Korver. He used to play for the organization. Like, get a hold of some sort of shooting coach that will work with you in the off season, because guys are doing that. Everybody gets on Giannis. I'm gonna make my last point, and then I'm gonna let South go. Everybody gets on Giannis about, oh man, oh that nigga can't shoot and he can't do that. Well, guess what? At least he's attempting a shot. At least he's trying. Yeah, he had two violations. Yeah, he takes a long time at the free throw, but hey, he's hit them when they count. I take that effort, him passionately working, him getting with other bigs in the offseason, like he's got with KG in the offseason. He's worked out with DeAndre Ayton and Embiid in the offseason. He's actually trying to work. What do you see from Ben Simmons? He out there worried about Instagram hoes and shit. And Jenner and all them other. That's all you hear. You hear more about the headlines than do hear about him working. Only time I saw him working was with Devin Booker that one time, and that was it. Other than that, I hadn't heard about him working out really really hard, or just as hard as Giannis. Go ahead, South Political. You got it, brother.
That could be true. Him not working on it, but I think at this point we having the wrong argument about Ben Simmons. He is who he's been in the league for the past, what, his 6 years now, man.
So
And
you
I
think
think
he's
him as
set
an
in his
all star,
ways?
it's not too much for going to be a progression from this point, in my opinion. It's something mental. I think it's something mental. It don't matter how many people he practiced with or how many. I think it's really something mental. Because you remember I had this conversation with you in athletics. People that play different sports or been around different type of people. You have guys that do certain things in practice. You'd be like, dang, and then they get in the game, they just can't do it. Even in football, you have DBs. Man, you cover your ass off. You shutting him down. You get in the game, he getting penalties. All you know what I'm saying? Like you have practice guru. I mean, what they call them? What they used to call them? Practice heroes. Great in practice, but when the bright lights get bright, they can't perform. I think that's a situation with Ben, even just from an offensive standpoint. Now he still does a lot of other things phenomenal, but I think it's just time for us to really realize this is who he is. He's still a good player, still things he can do, but he can't be. Like I said yesterday, he can't be your second best player. He can't be. He can be a third or fourth, a great defender, give him 25, 30 points a game, defend the other team, but you can't play him down the stretch. You can't play him. You can't depend on him in the playoffs down the stretch. But he can still be a great player on a team, but he can't be your second best player. You know. Give me a solid 30, 35 minutes or 30 minutes, and then sit your ass on the bench in the fourth quarter. Or in certain situations, we bring you in for defense down the stretch. But I don't see him. I don't see his game changing too much offensively. You know, people might disagree with me, but I don't see it.
Man, look, you on point,
So
South. Yeah, yeah, you on point. You on point with what you're saying. And some guys are not. They're not meant to be. That second option. Listen, it, when I was watching the game, a second option was supposed to come through. Like no matter what. Like look at Scottie Pippen. Okay, for all the hell that they gave Scottie Pippen, at least he still made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without MJ. You know,
yeah,
uh, that was that was fucking phenomenal. A lot of people they may disagree, but that was fucking phenomenal. A second option is supposed to be there. Look at Paul George. Look what he's doing. Even though he wasn't the guy that did everything last night, but he sure hell did it the game
now
before that.
you, hold on. You don't want me to stir the pot now, do you? You don't
Hmm?
want me to stir the pot this early, do you?
No,
I
stir the
say you don't
pot.
want me to stir the pot this early, do
To
Go
the,
ahead and do it. I mean,
stir
cause
the
you're
pot.
gonna do it. You're gonna do it anyways with your contrarian ass.
nah, nah,
Go ahead,
nah.
man.
See, look at
I'm fu-
see,
I'm
I
fu-
know.
I'm fu- I'm fu- I'm fucking with you, man. Go ahead, man.
But
What's up with you, Jacob? I see you in the building,
I feel
man.
like I feel like I was actually thinking about Pippen when you was talking. I mean, I was thinking about the Paul George situation
Uh huh.
when Scottie Pippen that year when Scottie Pippen was a runner up MVP finalist, and they went and they one game from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Uh huh.
Two other players went to the All Star game with him.
Yeah, BJ.
And then I look at this situation. I look at this situation. You have you have Kawhi, who's their best player. Then you have Paul George.
Hmm.
With Kawhi out, they actually played better as a team, which was interesting. You know what I'm saying?
You,
But it's like
you
this: who makes the question come to ask? Who makes the team better? The best player on
Oh,
the team, or sometimes a player that does a little bit more different things?
you
Because
know,
you can make an argument that some players played better when Jordan was gone, and now that and even if you look at sometime when the Clippers played, I mean when Kawhi was out, the team played a little bit
I,
better as a team.
I,
I'm not saying they're a
I know,
better
I know,
team
I know, I
all
know what
time.
you're getting at. Go ahead, Young. Go ahead, Young, because I'm a capitalize on this later. Go ahead, Young.
oh, who no, between that Scotty and Mike, I mean, who makes the team better? I mean, I would say, definitely Michael, because we all seen Michael, because we all seen, how Scotty is with Phil Jackson, with the Tony Kukoc thing. He didn't really trust Scotty. Plus, Scotty had a bad contract. You know, that's we all know about that. He had signed a bad
Hold on.
contract.
Let me restate it again, folks, because we finna get into contracts and all that. I'm gonna say it again.
Hmm.
Who makes your teammates better? They're the best player on the roles they play, or the player that does more different things. Because they asked Pippen to do more different things, but Jordan was the best player. We know they're a better team when they all come together.
Yeah.
But I did see Pippen help other players like Horace Grant and B.J. Armstrong go to the All Star game.
Hmm.
They became All Stars. They became All Stars. They only lost two less games. So I'm not arguing was they a better team, but players did. Players we sometimes you see players play better in different with that with a certain type of player not in the lineup, and that's been a situation with the Clippers too.
Mm-hmm.
Clippers have played better sometimes when Kawhi was out. Sometimes even when Paul George was out. But it's just something to think about. I'm
Mm.
not I'm not telling you I
Oh,
lean one way or the other, but I just like to bring. A lot of people think I bring up stuff just to say, you know what I'm saying, just to stand on one side. I just want to hear what other people say,
oh, you saying that
or
for
if they
Philly?
ever thought
Like,
about it.
yeah, you said it for Philly. Can they still play better without Embiid? Mm.
Um, no, we was actually talking about no, we were talking about in because when you look at the Clippers situation, they're kind of similar. They're kind of similar to Bulls, where you had two-way player wing defenders. We talking about the Clippers and the Bulls
Oh,
now.
okay.
So, because some
Mm-hmm.
people try to make that comparison, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That I'm gonna say it again. Which players make the teammates better? Is it Kawhi or Paul George?
Hmm. Uh, seeing the playoff between them. Um.
Because you can make an argument they played two of their best, some of their best two games since Kawhi's been out.
Uh.
I mean, especially last night. That was to me that was arguably their best game of the their best game of the playoffs. Had with almost two other guys and with 30 points. You had Terrence Mann score 40. They were moving the ball. They moving the ball, and they really that adjustment that Tyrone Lue made, which a lot of people been back and forth with Tyrone Lue. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden he's a good coach now, but I've been hearing people just on him. When he made that adjustment in Game 5 to go play small and to force Gobert to guard on the perimeter, to guard out in space on the perimeter, that changed the series. And then you can look at it. You can look at it as well. It kind of forced the hand by trying that with Kawhi not being there. He's like, let's just play it small and see where the chips fall. And it really paid dividends, especially the way they shot the ball in Game 6. 23s, and they spaced the court, and they just, they moved the ball and just really shot them out the gym. And then a big thing is they did have a crowd for the first time, full crowd. So that
Had
might have played a little bit into it as well.
I have to
Having
say
it.
PG. She's seeing it. Um. To me, it's PG because he got Terrence Mann doing scoring. He got Terrence Mann doing his thing. Reggie Jackson. Um. Patrick Beverly working on defense. He got them guys really. He got them guys really ready, and tell and prove to definitely me and everybody that they could win. They could win without KD. I mean Kawhi. I mean they can win without Kawhi because even if they because that's the games. Even if they lose a star player, though they have all these guys that can really there. Because seeing the playoff, I feel like PG started to grow mentally throughout this time because he had a lot of because he had a lot of backlash, but being with Kawhi and then a bunch of players who could stick together, and that was the main motivated with those playoff without Kawhi. No, they definitely did stick together, and then once they start sticking together, I see him become very mature and humble as a veteran player should be. So,
That was that was my bad.
I mean, go ahead. Yeah, Polo. Are you
No,
good?
no, that was my bad. Y'all talking? Cause I had to do something real quick.
No, no. You just came right in, but now, but just to kind of simplify, the question is, um, how can I say it? I mean, it's interesting how that team, they played. In my opinion, they played their best game as a team last night.
Hmm.
You know, they play like that. If guys gonna step up like that, they're gonna be tough to beat. You know, almost 3 guys at
Yeah,
30 points. Well, one of them coming 40 out the bench.
but see, but then again, let's just be honest though. They weren't game planning for they didn't game plan for man. I Hey, Terrence
Terrence
man
Mann.
though, yeah, he came out of nowhere, but once they you know what I'm saying, Young and South Political. Salute to you, Jacob Jennings. I'm gonna let
I
you talk
think
about your boy Dirk, man. Um I just see like once they kind of start
you know
getting the
what.
field and start watching
Well, let
film
me
on
say
him and
like,
stuff, it won't be
hold on. Let
like
me let me say
quite
this.
like this.
Let me say this. What you
Mhm.
think? What you think about this?
Mhm.
Maybe the injury to Kawhi forced them to make an adjustment that
Mhm. If
Utah couldn't adjust
th-
to by just
that's
playing all
facts.
out small.
That's fact. It forced his hand. Exactly. I I've been
And
I I said
yeah,
that. I said that 2 days ago. I said that 2 days ago. You on point with that?
I mean, yeah, because
Maybe it
they
was
defense
some
was a
people.
lot
Hey,
better too.
hey, South Political and Young
Defense,
and Jacob
team
Jennings.
defense.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. And I hate to be ruthless when I say this, but maybe it was a blessing in disguise. I mean, I don't mean to sound like that, but maybe it was like, dang, okay, what if this wouldn't have happened? What if they would have played together and they would have
Because
lost?
but
You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because you
it's
remember going into the season they were talking about how deep the Clippers are, but but Kawhi gonna play 40 minutes in the playoffs, so it's gonna be a lot of cats that's not gonna get in the game and even get going. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But your star player go down. Now you got to see how deep you really are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So guys gonna have to get in there and really show. Can they step it up? And they did.
Bobby Schmurder. I mean, as much as we talk about Terrence, man, I'm impressed. Man, Reggie Jackson is really stepping his game up, man. He's really evolving like on a big stage like this. I think Rondo really been mentoring him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Jacob Jennings, what's up, man? I see you in the
I mean now
building. We got
they
Texas, and we got to talk about that Charlo fight too. Yes, I
going
have
on to
not forgot. We got to talk about Charlo. Man, we got one goddamn person fighting on Juneteenth. The fuck is that, man?
What up?
One
What up?
fucking black
What
person. He fighting all the
what up,
Mexicans.
Polo?
I shout out to my Hispanics. I love my Hispanic community. Man, we gotta get one. We gotta at least get three fighters on the card on
yeah.
Juneteenth,
Yeah,
man.
I ain't gonna get that.
Come on,
Hold on,
I ain't
man.
gonna get that Charlie praise unless
hold on
unless he not.
before we move.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Oh
hold
no,
on.
no, no,
Before we
no. Don't
move,
hold up
before
nothing.
we move to
Yeah, just
boxing.
get into it.
We'll get
No,
to
hold on.
like as long as look, look.
No. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me say
No,
first.
but
Let me say
it's
something first. Hold on. Let me say something first.
hold on. Let me say this. Let
Unless
me
the
say
man,
this about
look,
basketball.
man,
Just let me say it,
I'm
because
not giving that man praise unless he fight Canelo. Unless he
he
not
just
fight
brought up
Canelo,
Juneteenth. Bro, we
Shalom,
can get into
Shalom, my
boxing. Just let
brother.
me say this one thing, bro. Because I know Jacob finna come in here. Yeah, this is the thing. And we have the potential to have an all-black head coach finals. 2 of the 3 coaches left in the playoffs are black coaches. That's all I want to say. That was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all thought about that, but 3 of the 4 coaches left in the playoffs. I mean, not yeah. We have a potential to have an all-black head coach finals this year. If the Sixers
That,
and the Clippers make it, or even the Phoenix. Phoenix. So we know somebody coming out the West is a black coach. That's for sure. Because you got what you call Aaron and Lou left, and then the Sixers come out, or if Atlanta come out, black coach. But let's continue, man. We get into this box. Now everybody gone now.
Nah, I'm here. I'm here. So, can you hear me?
You gonna
Sal,
you gonna start
can you
talking
hear
about
me?
this box? Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I just want to sure
Yeah,
you can hear me.
I hear you.
Okay. Uh, I mean, that would be history to see that. I would be honored to see that, you know, because, our people been through a lot, man. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I'm all about black unity, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, man, because you still my brother, whether we disagree on things, you know what I'm saying? No hate, because you know, that's not what the Most High teach me, to not to hate my brother, but to love my brother, you know? Love those uh, that despitefully do wrong to me. Hey, I'm still I ain't got no. I can put like this. You know what I'm saying? You can, you can love a person from a distance. You know. So at the end of the day, I look at it as two black coaches in the final. Man, that's history. That's history.
Yeah,
That's
this
history.
is
That's a mean something
yeah,
to
and
every black man.
this should help some of the other black coaches. I mean, this
Yeah.
should. I mean, if it happens, hopefully it happens. It should open
Mhm.
up the door for some of the black coaches that haven't got an opportunity, and as well as other
Mhm.
coaches that should get a second opportunity as well.
Mhm.
So it'd be a great thing for it to happen. We know it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen at least one person because we got two black coaches in the West.
Yeah.
You know,
And you see, and you know what? You know how we was destined to be great because the dumbass Indiana Pacers got rid of how you get? Listen, you got rid of I mean, Nate McMillan was a great player. You know, I thought he was a good player. I watched his whole career. Phenomenal player. You know, uh, did what he was supposed to do. You know, when he got on the court. You know what I'm saying? Good teammate. You know, and
yeah,
I don't understand. Just look at Indiana. Did make the playoffs and turned around and you got rid of the coach. That's look on the verge is trying to get his team to the East Finals. See what I'm saying? See all that hatred. I mean,
yeah.
all of that.
A team that wasn't
Uh,
expected to the
mm-hmm.
house wasn't even expected to even
Nope.
they weren't even a sure doubt to make the playoffs. I ain't gonna say they wasn't expected to make the playoffs, but they wasn't a sure
Right.
doubt. You want nobody talk about
Right.
they even sure doubt.
Right. Right. And look at it.
And
And
they
look
were
at
a
him
top
now.
seed if I'm not mistaken. Like they finished like fourth. Yeah.
Who? Atlanta.
They won a
Yeah.
game from one
Yeah.
game from potentially making the Eastern Conference.
And look at Indiana looking like a little lost puppy, like Martin. What's that? What's that? No, what Janet Jackson said, look at y'all looking like a lost puppy. But
Shit.
hell yeah. Shit, when I seen that, I said, you know what? I'm happy for Atlanta. I'm so happy for Atlanta, I can't be more happier because the stupid ass Indiana Pacers gonna fire. You see how this is how corporate America do it, brother. This is corporate. Look, corporate slavery is still around, whether you don't believe it or not. Because guess what? Corporate slavery is you look, you you got money, but we tell you what to do at the same time. So you can't leave a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay with that team regardless. And you can't Yeah, so you can't leave a team. You gotta stay with that team regardless. And then, if you decide to leave, this is what we're gonna do to you. If you ever tried to leave, like uh, the quarterback from, I ain't gonna say no names. I don't want nobody trying to get in trouble. But anyway, that's what I believe going on down here in Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because that corporate
who?
slave.
I think I know. I think I know who you talking about, but
Yeah, I just
that
don't want
that
no.
that's
I don't want to
yeah,
mention
that's
no
a whole
names.
nother.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway,
No, but let me
I
ask you
just
that. Now that we on that, Jacob. Let me
yeah,
ask you what's so political about it because I got to turn it into boxing now.
yeah,
And I was serious about what I said. I was playing around just a little bit, but no, I'm dead serious about this. Listen, man, they only got Jamel Charlo fighting today as the only African American on the fight card in San Antonio, right? My
yeah.
thing is this: it's Juneteenth. This is our day, in
Right.
which they finally made it a fucking holiday, which it really don't mean nothing. That's only for marketing. That's a whole nother thing. My boy, shout out to my boy LBZ. He put that in perspective too. They just want to market off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways,
Yeah.
listen, what do y'all think about that,
I
man? I feel
yeah.
like they should have
Which
more
one? I didn't
black
know.
fighters on the card, man.
Yeah. To honor, if y'all really truly honoring us, that's
Uh,
what you would do.
Hey, listen, if it was another race, Jacob and South
I
Political,
don't.
they'd be like,
But
"Oh
that.
man,
Hold on.
like on Independence Day that's getting ready to come up for Mexican Independence Day. If Canelo was like the
But
only one fighting or something like that, they would be like, "Oh man, they go live it." Hey, we deserve to get live
Mhm.
it too, don't y'all think?
Yep. Yep. Hey,
but you.
I can't agree with you even more. I can't agree with you and my man L for even more, man.
But you. But hold on. Are we? Are we having the right conversation? Because does boxing decide when people fight, or do the management decide the dates? That's all I'm asking. Because like, is this a boxing thing, or is this just pretty much the fighters management where they decide when they fight and putting it out there for their
Well,
own? You
Well,
get what I'm
it's the
saying?
thing about
So I don't know if I can
right. I
blame this on
understand.
boxing.
Like it, if well, to some degree, you have to because look, I but I felt like Charlo should speak out and he should be like, you know what? No, if it was Deontay Wilder or down, Roy Jones wouldn't have that shit. Roy Jones would not be for that shit. He'd be like, look, nah, this is our day. I mean, I
hmm
don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it different. Maybe me, Jacob. I don't know how you looking at it, South Political.
I'm,
But, but
yeah,
I'm
I don't
just
think
like,
it's.
man,
Yeah,
like
I don't think
I'd be
it's as.
like, look, we should
I
have
don't think
more
it's as
black
simple as
fighters on
y'all
the
making it
card.
sound.
well, that's what I'm trying to
You
say.
said
Look,
what?
that's why.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
why.
not disagreeing with
Go ahead.
that if it's that simple. I'm saying I'm not disagreeing with it if it's that simple, I'm
Right.
I might learn something right now. Does boxing organization decide when people fight, or is the management and promotion with the individual fighters? Because fighting is not like organized. It's not like organized sports like football, basketball, and stuff like that. With teams.
Oh yeah,
You got
understood. Yeah.
the managers and
Yeah.
promoters looking and decide when they want to fight each other. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm looking like, is this really a boxing thing, or is this just fighters decide fighters decide when they're gonna fight each other between
Man, they knew
management
it.
and all that? And
They
and some
they
fighters might even be looking at the prospect of not fighting. And go ahead.
they knew what they were doing. Come on,
That was
South man.
okay. I'm gonna finish
They
this.
knew what they were doing.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's not really
They
to
sit up
me.
there.
It's
They
not really
finally, hey,
something.
look,
I'm be
look,
honest with you. It's not really something I care
right.
about. Somebody decide what's the holiday for me.
Well, I listen. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Hey, nigga, we was gonna celebrate that shit regardless if they gave us a holiday or not. You know what I'm saying? And then also, this is the thing here. Okay, listen, Jacob Jennings at South
I
Political,
mean,
they
in
they give
Texas, to be
they
honest,
make it a holiday. Hold
in
on, let me get
Texas,
this
we
out.
always
They
celebrate it.
they make they make it a holiday, right? They make it a holiday, and but guess what? Then you're gonna see, yeah, 50% off because of Juneteenth. You could get free this a clearance sale so many percentages off uh because of Juneteenth, such and such, free car washes because of Juneteenth. Motherfucker, nigga, you just marketing off of this shit, nigga. You don't really give a fuck about us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
just a
I mean, yeah,
that's just another way for them to keep us in poverty.
Like, come on, man. You
that's
should have been there that shit.
you gotta.
Nigga, we had ancestors that got raped, that got killed, that was being poisoned, that was being burned, that was being hung, that was being
Shit,
stabbed, that was being murdered.
our women was
Everything.
being raped. Shit, I'll never
But
forget
hold on,
talking to a
but you
real.
make
South Political. Let's be for real about it. And I know Tyler and I know East Texas. I done been there. I know how to rock. I've been all over Texas. Hey, and Jacob Jenner, you from Texas too. You know we live in a good old boy state. Y'all know how it is.
Yeah,
Just call it what it
but you
is.
gotta listen. You
yeah.
gotta listen to what you're saying. We want to call a holiday. You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
said
why it's
what?
not that. I don't care what we shouldn't be worried about what they want and what they don't want to call a holiday. Because I've been celebrating. I mean, I'm from Texas. We've been celebrating. I remember in '94 drawing up the shirts because my mama used to make shirts for Juneteenth. I used to draw up the shirts for them to print it out during Juneteenth. And I didn't know when I left Texas. I didn't know a lot of people didn't even know what the hell it is.
Nope.
A lot of
Right.
people
Whole
grew up
lot of people
not
didn't know.
knowing about Juneteenth.
Whole
Huh?
lot of people don't. A
Yeah.
whole lot of people. A whole lot of
So
people don't know.
I grew up in it. I've been seeing that shit since the early '90s. I thought it was just some everything black people. When I moved out of Texas, they were like, "Juneteenth, what the hell is that?"
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I don't care. I don't care
People
what
don't
they.
even know who. They don't even know they don't even know who Governor Granger is.
Yeah.
The thing
Right.
about it, man, I'm not worried about what these people celebrate. We got to figure out what we need to do, man. That's what it come down to.
No,
Yeah.
oh no, you on point with that. But I'm just saying though, you know what's gonna happen though, South. You already know on TV. Oh well, they're gonna do. And I'm like, man, really? Oh yeah, because watch, it's gonna happen. Watch you and me and LBZ has said it right now or in June. Watch what's gonna happen, man. And they're just
Yeah,
gonna
it's
market and capitalize on it, just like they doing Black Lives Matter, man. That's a whole nother story, man. I'm not even gonna get into that shit. But
but trust me, you talking
I'm not gonna say nothing about it because of because of YouTube. But
my family been celebrating Juneteenth since I was before I was born and since I've been born, so it ain't nothing new to me. It's to a lot of black people from the
it's
southern,
something new.
yeah, in Georgia they don't know, they didn't know nothing about that shit when I first moved here. People just now
Right.
starting to understand what it is. They like Juneteenth, nigga. What is that?
They and South and Jacob Jennings, they cut the lights off yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man.
But this one thing. This one thing we got to learn being America. America want to make money off your history and
Exactly.
repackage it for you to suit them. We gonna repackage your history and sell it to you.
That's why I don't
And
be
we gonna
watching them movies. That's why I don't watch. That's why I don't be watching them movies about slavery and stuff like that, because they don't be telling the whole damn story.
yeah,
Nigga,
they repackage.
they'll
That's
make
what America.
a South Political and Jacob Jennings.
Yeah.
They'll make
I keep it a buck
motherfucking
up in here.
they'll make fucking what's that motherfucker Georgia the Jungle, and
Yeah,
guess what Georgia the Jungle is, right? He white and everything, right?
yeah,
But he got a whole motherfucking bunch of Africans.
yeah.
You
Fuck
understand what
out
I'm
of here.
saying? Like, okay,
That's
but
bullshit.
why didn't you tell that story like it was in the actual book that you made, or
Mm-hmm.
the cartoon or something like that? But they want to. You understand? It's just they market and they capitalize off of us, man. It
Think
just
about this. You know, Tupac. Yeah, Tupac.
Trying to make it seem
Birthday.
like he cool with he good in with like man, the hell out of
right.
here. Nigga, I will never forget my history. I wish a nigga would try to tell me about my history and I'm supposed to forget and watch. Nigga, nah. Crazy.
Think about this, man. You know, Tupac's birthday just passed 3 days ago, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what they done, right?
So
Y'all know what they done?
What?
They was selling a shirt that said changes with rainbow colors. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna get into the specific, but you can
Man,
read between the lines, right?
look, I would suggest you brothers to read the book of Proverbs. You'll know the difference between two different types of people in this world. Two different types of people in this world. You have the wise man and you got the wicked man. You know what I'm
The thing
saying?
about it, in America, all you gotta understand, man, is they repackage your history and sell it to you. They repackage what you feel and they sell it to you.
man,
Okay,
hey, that's a fact. Yeah, they repackage it. You talk about stirring the pot, sounds political. Hey, they mess up, they fuck up the recipe.
yeah. But
They
they
don't
just
they
Well,
don't give you
they
the
just
original
hey,
recipe.
well, hey, well, guess what? You can't be selling my history because why?
Right.
If as long as look, that's why when you listen to brothers that know their history, able to break down. See, it's knowing your history and breaking down your history at the same time. See what I'm saying? We can all learn from it, and what can we do? How can we apply our histories to today? You know that those are
so
that's what we really uh. Cause see, our people perish, man, for the lack of knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? Our
the
people
thing
perish for
about
the lack of knowledge.
this situation with them trying to make Juneteenth more of a national thing and try to and tell it
Mm-hmm.
how they want to tell it, that still give us the opportunity to come right in and teach our own people.
That's what they don't
This
want. They don't want that. They don't want us teaching our own people. They don't want
but
that.
there's no other way. You got to teach your own people, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying. I'm just telling you
Okay.
what they
I don't
don't
see
want.
this the energy. This is the energy I live off now. I don't worry about what people don't want me to do. I know I got to do stuff. You got to do it.
Oh yeah. I ain't. No.
We know what
I'm
they
not.
don't want.
I ain't saying. I ain't saying. Look, I'm
This,
saying. Teach your look. You got if you got kids, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You teach your kids. You know, you educate your kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying not to not
nah,
to
but
talk.
yeah,
We all. I think we all understand that that's what
yeah,
they
but I
trying
don't.
to
See,
oppose. That's all I'm saying.
this is one of the things I learned. You
Huh?
know, I understand what you're saying, but when you get a lot of black men in a group, and they start talking about what other people don't want us to do, it allow your subconscious to focus on things that ain't gonna help you build. When you
Hey,
worried
that's
about something, that's why I don't like to do
Right,
that no more.
right,
'Cause you
right,
start to make somebody a booger
right.
man, to where they gonna always come spook
Ah,
you.
that's yeah,
You
yeah,
bring that energy.
yeah,
You bring that energy, man.
yeah.
It
right.
just gotta be
And they
one
don't
thing.
Now you, no, you right, you right,
they don't
you right.
and check this out. They don't want to see us. Hey, you know what they really want to market off of? They want to market off of us killing each other and destroying each other and going at each other, right? But
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said, when we're trying to build, like let's say South Political, he wants to teach young black men from poverty how to be an entrepreneur, how to manage your money right, how to get your credit right, and then run a successful business. They don't want to see you teaching that to 10-year olds and everything. You know what they want us to teach them? They want us to glorify gang banging, or they want to talk about the streets or something like that. Where really we're supposed to be talking about okay what to do, how
Yeah,
to build for our future and everything like that. But the
yeah,
more that you tell these people, young kids not to gang bang, not to be out on the street, not to sell drugs and all this other stuff, guess what? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get curious and they're gonna want to do it. You could tell them all they want to, but if you tell them, hey, look, I used to do this or I used to do that. Now I run a successful business. This is what you need to do. They're more inclined to listen to that than to sit up there and you got all these other people that are not of another race, South Political or Jacob Jennings. They come in and they try to control everything. I'll be like, no, I want South running this. I want Jacob Jennings running this. I want them to be at the top of the hierarchy running everything
hold
of
on,
this
y'all. I got a
program.
call. Hold on.
I don't.
but this what I'm saying, Polo. That's why I
Right.
don't. This why I don't say stuff like they don't want this. They don't. I don't even put
What's
that in
up,
my.
Red Pill? I see you in the building.
I
My
don't.
bad. Go
I
go
don't.
ahead, South Political. My bad. I didn't mean to
I
cut
don't
you
even
off.
put that in my. I don't even put that in my vocabulary because us as adults, it's like we keeping boogeyman in our mind.
Facts.
Talking about. It's like we talking about the boogeyman because if you notice, I listen to y'all, but y'all haven't heard me talk about what another man don't want me to do. Because when these Asian people and all these other different people come here, they ain't worried about that shit. Either they gonna do what they need to do, or they gonna get the hell on. They not worried about who trying to stop them from doing what they need to do. They got to do it no matter what. So I
Right.
don't. I don't even want to talk about a boogeyman that's gonna try to stop me. We know. I mean, we know that shit is out there. We know it's always gonna be people. Your own people even try to stop you too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And a lot of times it's our own people try to stop us more or less than other people. We don't realize it. But it gotta. But I don't even focus on that, man.
I know. I know. Yeah. I don't even entertain that energy, man. Don't even do it. But hey, South Political, man. I'm gonna be. I'm on the road right now, man. Headed, back go see my mom and stuff right now, man. Do you got any final points? Cause I'm finna go ahead and shut this down, man.
Okay. I appreciate you letting me come on. The subject exactly was. Hang on, because you know he like it
About yeah,
was.
we got you know how we do around here, man.
The final thoughts on the subject. What was it about? Was it this was about
it,
being
it was about Dirk. Dirk being in he's the special advisor for the Dallas Mavericks now, and
okay.
he's gonna be just a. I don't know if you read it or you've seen it or
No,
anything. I'll put the
I'm
link,
sure.
but he's gonna be giving his say so in important decisions, including hiring a new general manager and a coach, and then also uh, new consultants that are in the front office as well. He's
I
going to be
mean,
giving his input on that.
I, I mean, I guess it makes sense from a standpoint of he kind of like how Magic was to the Lakers,
Hmm.
and more or less he might be able to influence a lot of international talent to come and
Right.
play for them. You know what I mean? And even there might have been a move even just to say Grace would look good in some capacity. I don't know what's going on with that situation altogether, but you know, the women's flare up and the flare up on this team in basketball anyway, because it just that's what they see. You know,
Oh, okay.
some what you
You
say now?
sound you sound a little muffled.
I say I'm muffled.
Yeah. Okay. You good now? You good
No,
now?
no, I'm saying now what I was saying is it's kind of like It's a move to where they pretty much bring in Dirk to be, former player, relate to players, a respected player, great, kind of like Magic was done with the Lakers, and
Mhm.
try to, I think even more or less help bring in those, coddle and relate to some of those international potential superstar players in the league because the Mavericks has built their name off getting international players, with him himself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it makes sense. And maybe even to save Gracie with Luca with the situation, whatever that situation entails. You hear a million different things. Who knows what's really going on until it happens. But yeah, that's pretty much. I'm gonna let you do
yeah.
your
So you
thing.
like you like the move,
It makes sense. It makes sense. You know.
but you don't really agree with it. Do you feel like they could have got somebody else?
I really can't. I really can't. I really don't have an opinion on any of that. I like the move. It makes sense. I mean, I gave a point about it. It makes sense. The Mavericks have built that. They built their. They pretty much built their success off getting good international players like Dirk and Luca. So
Hmm.
why not have a former, a future? I don't know if Dirk's made. He's in all of. He haven't. He haven't made. Yeah, he made it. He just
No,
made it. He ain't made it yet. No, he
no,
ain't
no.
even
He
up.
hasn't. He hasn't given no
No.
speech or nothing.
Yeah, a future Hall of Famer and one of the
Mhm.
greats to be a part of, a part of operations in your organizations and help bring in certain star players because that's something you need. That fall into the whole prospect of what I was talking about how great how you have these organizations, even though Mavericks don't fit in that. You have certain organizations that can't pull superstar players in, even if they have one star player. Because you remember I was talking about that. I feel like teams might in the next 10 years it might be less teams. I could be wrong for that, but we see how certain young up and coming star players you. It's funny how that I talked about that a couple of days later. They talking about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. You
Yeah, I
know what I
know.
mean? In certain markets,
Yeah,
like what does the New Orleans market do if they can't keep certain caliber star players?
right.
And I think a lot of people are looking at it like they're gonna keep figuring it out. But see, the players are evolving, but the prospect of you moving organizations to different cities is an old thing. You know what I mean? That's an old thing. Players are constantly evolving.
Right.
We seeing that, and that's what I think people ain't taking into account. If Orlando, what's the future look like for Orlando?
Man,
What is
yeah,
the future look like
we talked
for
about
New Orleans?
that.
Zion, what does the future look like for New Orleans? You
Hmm.
had 80. You drafted 80, what, 7, 8 years ago? And now he's gone. Just drafted Zion, what,
But
2 years ago? If he leave, like, what do you got to look forward to?
but but you know what though, South? I had a chance to think about it. You grew up in the '90s and you an '80s baby too.
Yeah.
Now Orlando actually was, and this was even before Shaq. Believe it or not, Orlando was always a hub. Now before Shaq had got there, they had guys like Scott Skiles and everything like that. But Orlando, they were using Orlando as one of the places for like the All Star game. Because they had of course they had Disney and everything there. And what was another big thing? They used to have the stay in school, the jam session uh when NBA Jams was going out, and then that's when Shaq and Penny and all that started to come. But Orlando at one time they were like that was like a business hub, man, for the NBA, man.
Yeah. But maybe
Like
I'm looking at that
I
situation.
should say marketing hub.
Maybe I'm looking at that situation wrong because just listening to you talk, just
Hmm.
I'm sitting here thinking about it. It is owned by Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it all comes
yeah.
down to it
Damn,
all.
so many dynamics. You right about that, Sal. Yeah,
Yeah,
Warner Brothers.
you know that thing owned by Warner Brothers, which is a multi-billionaire corporation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it comes down to this:
Uh-huh.
if the Warner Brothers are not getting a return on their investment, it ain't they could care less about what the about the NBA. I mean, well, I can't even say that because they own ABC. So, oh no, it might not go nowhere just from the prospect of that. So I do gotta, I gotta delve more in the business aspect of it. But it'll be interesting to me to see if if things. It's an interesting thing because players are evolving, but the prospect of how organizations deal with the situation like Orlando, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen an offset for it. We know they started the contracts where you can get paid. You can get paid more by the team you with, but that doesn't work. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's not a. These players are making so much money they don't care about losing. A couple of million to go play in a certain place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in endorsements, a player like Zion signed a what $100 million Nike contract. He ain't worried about no. You know what I'm saying?
No,
He
no,
not
you're
worried
right.
about losing no couple $1 million.
Right.
See, the NBA has created this. It's created Frankenstein, and they can't control it now. It started with Jordan. Players make so much money off endorsements, shoe deals, and all this.
Mm.
They want to play it in a certain place, whether it brings parity or not to the league. They don't care.
I I think we'll pour really a lot more gasoline on the fire too. South was it was actually two things. Uh, the lockout, the NBA lockout,
Yeah,
and then also I'm gonna throw this in there too because we got to look at other sports too. I'm gonna look at motherfucking. We got to throw football in there because all these players, you notice like they weren't really. Lot of players weren't holding out like that, in the '90s and stuff like that. So a lot of players
but,
weren't holding out. They
but it
would have
makes
issues
yeah, but it
and
makes
stuff.
sense in football because their contracts are kind of different. You don't have football players that NFL teams still playing 5, 10 years later. Their contract don't work
Yeah,
like that. This
right,
basketball, you
right,
got jumpers still on the cap. You know what I mean? That ain't played in
right,
five
right,
years. That's the big difference. So it makes sense to hold out of football because your contracts are not structured like NBA contracts.
right,
I
exactly.
just seen
So
I just seen some news. What you call looking at the top corner in the league? He looking at holding out for the Patriots. Gilmore.
hmm.
But that's gonna happen. He got to get his money. You the best corner in the league. You gonna get paid. You know.
Yeah, man. South, man. Hey, man, it's good talking to you, brother, man. I'm gonna get into another live just a little bit later, though, man. But hey, it was good. Thank y'all for pulling
Hey,
up. You, Jacob Jennings. I don't know what happened to Sterling
hey,
Young. I think Sterling Young
hey,
fell out.
I'm gonna
Hitman.
let me give you some. I ain't gonna even call it advice. I'm gonna just see what you think about this, because you should go on and corner the Polo drive by stream or something. The drive by, you just have a little quick stream, something like that, because you'll hit us with a drive by screen. I was just giving you something. I mean, you might not care about it or whatever. Call it
You
drive
said
by.
drive by stream, nah, because I'm used to, man. Really, honestly, South. Uh, I've had like 6, 7 hour lives, but unfortunately, due to the situation that's going on, what I'm saying, with some family stuff that's going on and stuff, I've had to kind of cut it short. But I try to. I don't even want to look at it like because I like really
No, no,
engaging
no,
with
no. I'm
y'all.
just
You
messing
know
with
what
you.
I'm saying?
No, I'm just messing with you. But I was
No,
just
no, no, no,
throwing
no,
that
no.
out.
I know, but I actually thought about that concept though because I said when you said that one time I was like, man, I do be doing like you know uh three different, but I like to stay on subject. It gets off subject, sort of like when Goat came on that one time, we started talking about something completely different and stuff like that. But I like to talk about many different things, but I don't like doing like open topic too much or whatever, because then it turns into, we got to watch out with YouTube and all that. You know how that stuff goes
Yeah.
south. But I take it into account. You know what I'm saying? I mean, South, man, you definitely got a mind that guys want to, pick, or brain that guys want to pick or whatever. That's why I bring you on here. I bring Jacob Jennings on here and Young. I bring y'all guys on here because y'all have good minds, and that's the thing about me too, South. I like to learn, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to learn. I learn from everybody, but you got these people on these platforms, South. I know you done seen them. No, I know it. I know it. No, I ain't listening to that. That's not me. If you know
Yeah.
more than me, I'm gonna pick your motherfucking brain.
Yeah. And I sometimes I ask questions. People think I ask questions because I got a side, and sometimes I just want to know how people think, what people think on
Mm.
it. It ain't about having being right or wrong. Or sometimes it's just about seeing the different perspective of things. You know what I'm saying? Because some
Yeah,
topics are
man,
not uh, about right or wrong. They just about perspective.
that's facts. Hey, you barbecuing, man?
Who?
You?
Nah. I'm not barbecue.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you. Oh, yeah. No, I know you got the haircut and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you gonna get the fresh cut. You know what I'm saying?
I
With the barbecue. You know what I'm saying?
don't.
Like,
I don't really barbecue myself like my people barbecue. I ain't had a.
oh,
I need to get me another grill. I just
right.
moved into this house, but I need to buy me a grill. But nah, man, I ain't doing no barbecuing right now. Last time I
All right.
barbecued the whole summer was 2010, man.
Oh man, you
I
gotta get back on there, bro.
need to get it. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually get back to it, man.
Man, you a Texas boy, man. You know how we do. Hey, that's South Political, man. Y'all hit him up, man. He would be on different platforms. Still waiting on him to get a page. I'm trying to talk him into it. But nah, man, y'all be easy, man. This Polo Sports Talking ENT and Polo Sports News Plus, man. I'll be back at y'all later, man. Y'all have a good one.